Hi everyone, it's Marcy Bessaker. I am live on my business Facebook page. I hope. I'm looking for it now, making sure we're good.
Hi everyone, it's Marcy Bessaker.
Okay, I am. I'm turning my sound off.
My business Facebook page.
So I can not hear myself. Let me just fix this. Still getting used to the live.
I am live on
Hold on, I'm trying to turn my volume. So today what I'm going to do is share this set with you here, and this is on our clearance, and I just checked, it is still there. It's called Everything is Rosy. It is 50% off, and I really like this set. It's super easy to put together. And hi Steph. And I'm going to try and be watching my comments at the same time, but I thought I would share with you how quick and easy this is. If you are not a stamper, but you like the idea of sending a card out to somebody, this is a perfect kit. So I didn't even use the stamp set except the sentiments. So you're going to get the stamps and dies, and you are going to get 2 of the rolls of ribbon. You will get this fun liquid rose gold. Hi Sharon. And this is, it's so pretty. Let's see, what can I put this on? I'm going to stick a little piece of paper in here. You can kind of see what it is. It's just liquid. You could add it to some modeling paste or just use a paintbrush to add accents. We're not going to use it today, but it does come with the kit. And you get, now I've already kind of played with some of this, but you're going to get all of this paper. So you're going to get, I don't have the packaging. It came in a box and I decided to put it all in a bag, but there is a lot. And you're going to get just all kinds of, I think you get 5 sheets of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 8 sheets, and I think some of them are 5 sheets. So you're just going to get a ton to play with. It's got like a rose gold foil on it. And so you're just going to get a lot. And then you get these rose gold sheets. And you can see I've already cut some pieces off. And then you're going to get these stickers. Or they're not stickers, they're like pop-outs. So they're already popped out. There's some sentiment type tags and some more pop-outs. So I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to create cards with this. It's a perfect take it with you kind of card kit. And we're just going to use some sentiments and a little bit of ribbon. But this is some really pretty ribbon. I love, this is kind of like a gathered kind of ribbon. It's really nice. It is really pretty stuff, and it's such a cool kit. So I'm going to set this aside and the ribbons for now. And we are going to get busy. So what I want to do is show you, I pulled out some Melon Mambo and some Night of Navy cardstock. So I'm going to do, let's start with a blue Night of Navy cardstock. And so I'm going to look through and pull out something to play with. And I like, well, I already used that one, and that's why I like it so much, but I like that too. So let's use this one. We're going to mix it up a little bit. And so I'm going to cut this one down. I want it to just be kind of a normal 4 by 5 1/4. So this is a perfect set for either if you're on the go, if you just want to make some quick cards, And if you want to have even kids help you with it and play with it, and I'm going to do the same kind of, well, this has a lot of flowers, so let me rethink that a second. I am going to, let's do the sentiment. And the sentiment we'll use, I'm going to do, may your birthday be filled with pretty things. Because who doesn't want that, right? So let's just pull this one out. And if you decide to get this and you're a new stamper and you don't stamp, I would suggest a D block is what you would use. A D block pretty much can fit everything. You really sometimes want a small block, like let's say this, to go with just a tiny stamp, because you really want the block to measure as close as you can to your image. And then I would suggest a Night of Navy ink pad. So I'm just going to ink this up this way. And I think I want it, I think it's square, it doesn't matter. And so I'm just going to put this in the middle. Just hold it down for a minute, let the ink absorb on your paper. And pull it off, and there is your image. And we did that Night Navy. It's really dark, it looks like black, but it'll pop off really nicely with your set. So we're going to make super simple. We're just going to glue this down. And this glue, the multi-purpose glue, gives you just some wiggle time. I'm going to pop the sentiment up. You don't have to. If you do not have foam squares to pop things up, dimensionals here, just glue it down. That's fine. I like to pop the sentiment up. So I'm going to add some dimensionals. I will be adding the supplies to the bottom of the post once it's posted. All right, I'm just going to put that there. And now I want to add some kind of flowers. But I want to look, and it may not be flowers. Let me see what we have in here. Instead of the floral flowers, which I would have done like I did this card, because I have so much floral, I think I'm going to pop up that just to kind of add something to it. And what I think I should have done, which I didn't think about, is this ribbon would have been kind of fun to just add a little bit of glitz, but there's a lot of blue in the background, so I don't know, and I don't really want the pink on that one. So it's all about what you like and what looks good to you and what you're thinking. Now I could color these with markers too. That's what's really nice about these, is you could just do so much. But I think I'm just going to pop that up and just add something. Right, Sherry? I know. I saw this and I was like, oh man, I just love that it's a great kit to grab and travel. Or I think my granddaughter would love to do this and craft with this. But I think I'm just going to add that just to add a little something there. And I might add some little stones or something later to bling it up. But if you're a new crafter, like I said, this is great. This is I mean, people are going to be surprised when they get this card. They're going to know that you made it. It's such a nice card. So I think I'm going to leave this one as is, because I want to show you, you do not have to keep adding to the card. You can use just what you have in the kit and go with that. So I'm going to put that one aside. And now I'm going to do another one, and we will use a pink card base. It is nice and warm here today. Not as warm as yesterday, but it is sunny. All right, so for this one, I did pre-cut a little piece that I thought would be, I did it on the other card. I really ended up liking it. So I'm just going to add some flowers, but I want to take these and turn them over and find, now I used, this is kind of what I'm thinking. I did something like this last time, and I upped it by 2 punches, and I'll show you that. Maybe on this card, maybe on the next one. I don't want a lot of busy foil going on, but I want to do something. I think I'm going to go with this one. I just like kind of the all pink on this. And then I think I'll pop that blue ribbon on it. So I'm going to cut for this one. I just played with it a little bit, and I did stamp. Let's see, what did I do? I painted it onto the stamp. This is the shimmer paint that comes with it. I took a little paintbrush and I painted it onto the stamp, and I did it light and dark, and I let it dry overnight. And so now I could die cut this out and use it. So that's just kind of something you can add onto your card, which is a lot of fun. Let me see here. See if I can get this shimmer without the light so crazy. But yeah, it's really pretty. And so that, I did play with that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this, oops, look at I cut 2. A 3x3. And because of the image on here, you can, well, and the size, a 3x3, you can just kind of decide what print you want. And I just made a boo-boo because I already have my 3x3. Silly me. Okay, so this is going to be, which is good because that 3x3 is the other side. I'm going to do a 4. Yeah, I'll do a 4 by 5 1/4 because I am going to up this one a bit by adding a few things. And like I said, if you do not have these items in your kit, you do not have to, or in your supplies, you do not have to do this. But I'm going to also, you do have this in your supply, and it is the rose gold foil paper. So I'm going to go just an 1/8 inch larger than that. So I'm going to go 4 1/8. And I'm going to go to 5 3/8. Let's see, 5 1/4, yeah, 5 3/8. And now a trick, especially for the new people, is there's a lot of goodness here in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my punches, and I'm going to punch out a punch that I'm going to be using, and also a retired item that I just can't even believe it's retiring is this leaf punch here. And I'm going to also punch out 2 of these. All you need is the edge of this for the card we're creating. So just make sure you leave the edge intact and clean. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to glue it down to the rose gold. So glue it down. And now before I put this panel down, I kind of want to put some ribbon on here. So I'm just going to pull a piece of ribbon off And I'm not going to make a bow or anything because I want to maybe add some of those flowers on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this together so I can kind of get an idea of where I want it to go. I've been waiting for the crafting desk cleaning fairy to come, but she hasn't shown up yet. My poor room. I need to clean it before all my goodies get here. Okay, so now I know the flowers, I just like to twist it to kind of get an idea which direction I like better. I think I'm going to go with that one. So I want the ribbon to go about right here. I think I'm going to go right below this pink line here. So what I like to do is bring in, if I can find it. I did videos yesterday and now I can't find half of my, oh, here we go. I'll use this. So just a sheet here with some kind of a, grid so you can kind of look at what you're doing. And what I'm going to do is use my tear and tape, if I can find it. I kind of removed things around too, and now I really can't find anything. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little of this on the back, and I want it on the back right here. So, and you can use glue or whatever. I use tear and tape just because it's quick and fast for videos. So I'm just going to put that on here like that. And then just pull the sticky off the plastic. And now what I'm going to do is lay this on here. It looks the same. You just kind of want to check the ribbon. It really does look the same. Okay, and then I align it right there and then go to the back and stick it on the back. And then I like to lay this here, and you're going to want to move it over. Now you can't really lay it down because you've got your sticky back there. But it kind of gives you an idea that you're aligned where you want it. Okay, so I'm good with that. Hi, Terry. All right, so then I just cut off any extra. You don't want the bulk. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. I tend to put some on the ribbon just to make sure it stays. Hi, Veronica. Okay, and then you just add that there. I'm talking about a kit that you can get. It's on the clearance. It's 50% off. And I'm making some little adjustments on this one and adding some things that I do have in my stash. But I'm also showing how easy it is to create cards with this. And you don't really need a whole lot except some paper and ink, and then you've got all your other stuff here. And I think I'm going to use, I need to look and find a sentiment. Oh, Veronica, look at this. You got to see. Of course, I've got it. It's a shambles right now because I've got it all over. But it's double-sided. You get all of this in a kit. And it's got rose gold. I mean, there's so much. You'll have to go back and look at the front of the video. And I'm going to post the link so you can go look at it closer. But it is just gorgeous. It comes with ribbon. It comes with this rose gold paper. Really pretty ribbon. And you even get this rose gold liquid yumminess there to play with. All right, so I'm going to look and see what sentiment I want. I'm going to hold something behind this so we can see it better. Not that one. Here. Don't let, oh, here, let's look here. And you get the stamp set and the dies, Veronica. Time to celebrate all the lovely things in life starting with you. May your birthday be filled with pretty things. Dear friend, don't let worry spoil your happy. I want to do this one. Don't let worry spoil your happy. All right, so I'm going to pull that out. This one. I'm going to clean this one because I already used it. And we're going to use this. And I also suggest, of course, that you use your right size block when you stamp. But as a new stamper, if you don't have it, we're going to use a little stamp on here, and I'm going to give you some little ideas. And I need, we also punched this to kind of pop your sentiment on. So I'm thinking, because it is a little sentiment, let's see what this will look like. Just add some more sparkle, and I think that looks good. And so then you want to take this, make sure it's going to fit. It does. All right, again, Night of Navy is the only ink pad we're using. When you use a smaller stamp on a larger block, you really just want to go straight down. I just leave it for a bit and then straight up. Okay? Straight down, straight up. You do not want to rock and do this or push really hard because it's just going to smush your image, and you just really want to go straight down, straight up. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to glue this onto here. Now remember, we added a few things. This and the leaves are added. So you can add and embellish and do whatever you want to these. But if you are a beginner, this is a perfect way to start a kit. Because really, this sentiment with just the rose gold around it is plenty. All right, so now we're back to this. Let me move my scraps out of the way. We added the blue ribbon. We're going to pop this up. I think I want to put these on dimensionals. I like to pop things up. No, Stephanie, it does not come with ink. So that's why I would suggest, if you want to ink it up, Night of Navy is really the only ink pad you need for this set. I mean, obviously, if you want to stamp your flowers and stuff, you could choose to get the Melon Mambo also is the pink color. Okay, I'm going to pop this up first so we can kind of see what we've got. I pulled out these dimensionals. I've had these dimensionals because you guys know I just switched back to Stampin' Up. But I went back in my supply and I found a stack of dimensionals that I've had for probably 6 years. And they're as good as new. Good as new. So, oops, took that one off. Took that one off. All right, so I'm going to just pop this on right here in the middle. And now decide what I want to do with this. I'm going to use the leaves somehow. At least one, maybe two of them, the ones I cut out. So now I want to switch back to here. I think I want a larger flower. And I may just pop that up here. And I may just put it all up there, which is unusual for me. I kind of like that too. What do you guys think? Give me your opinion. What surprise, surprise, Stephanie? I'm not listening to you. I think I'm going to go this way. I just like the flowers popped up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 on here. All right, and then I'm going to pop this one up too. Pop, pop, pop. Did you put surprise because I'm popping everything up, Steph? I know, I love to pop everything up. Gotta pop it up. All right, and then I'm going to get a little tiny dimensional. We did not have these back in the day, which I'm loving. And put that right there. All right. All right, so that's done. I think I'm going to put that like this. And then I'm going to put a little dimensional on here. Oops. I grab it. Little tiny thing. And I'm going to put one on the back side. So I'm putting one on the bottom, on the top here, and on the back at the top up here. And then I'm just going to slide this in. I'm going to move that leaf on top. There. So there is the second card. I mean, look how quick and simple these are. You just have to kind of figure out what you want. Look at the pattern paper. There's so much to do with them. And add. And I could add this other leaf. Let's take a look real quick, because now that I forgot that it's sitting here. No, I like just the one. Maybe we'll use that on the next one. And whatever you cut out and don't use, you can always put back in the bag with the kit. So there's 2 cards. And we'll make one more. Let's do pink. And we're going to use, let's see if I have a Night of Navy strip. I do not. All right, so we're going to do a pink one again. So that means we're going to put some more blue on the top for this one. Oops. All right. I have all this paper. I lost my bone folder. All right, so now it's nice and even. I'm thinking I might do this one. I like this. I don't know what we would do with it. You know, I think what I'll do is I'm going to cut a strip. Like a 1.5 strip. And then I'm going to use pink that I just dropped. And I'm going to do, I did that 1.5, so I'll do this 1 3/4. And I'm going to do it by 5 1/4. And I'm going to do this one by 5 1/4. 5 1/4. All right, so now we have a pink card base, and we're going to layer these 2, but I want to do something underneath here. There was another pattern. I liked. Let's see. There's so much in here. All right, let's take a look. I like this one, I think. And this is what's hard with designer series paper, is there's so many fun images. Oh, I like it that way. So many fun images. Like, I like this, but I love this. So I'm like, do I want to use that? But I kind of like this too. All right, let's look. Of course, I like this too. Which blue, Steph? This one? Your comments are just a little behind my working, so I just don't want to miss your comment. I don't know which blue you're talking about. But there's so many, I just have to decide which I want. I like the stripes a lot. Oh, let's see what this is. Polka dots. I think I'm going to go with this one. It is, Veronica. There's so many, and there's so much goodness in here. But then I'm going to pop it up with some stuff. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Let's just give it a try. Because there's a lot of rose gold in that other. So I'm going to cut this down to 4. And 5 1/4. So this is such a great gift too for somebody that maybe wants to get into crafting and you know, just isn't quite sure what they want to do with it. This is a really good way because you really only start out with 2 colors of paper. I have the pink and the blue. I would recommend white always because then you have your white paper to write your sentiment on. And then 1 ink pad. And then the kit, like I said, this kit is 50% off. And I'm going to show you guys all the codes and all that in a little bit, but it'll also be listed below when I'm done putting the video up. Okay, so I've decided I'm just going to go all the way down, but leave a little over there. So we're going to start with gluing this down. And this is how I do a lot of my videos. I just kind of go off the cuff and just keep putting stuff together and kind of coming up with it. And trust me, there have been many cards I put together that I say, that is just not good. But do I throw it away? No. I usually tear it apart, keep pieces, and so I can use those to piece other stuff together and kind of decide, you know, what I want to do with it or whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is create a bow. So for those of you who have not seen me do a bow, you hold it right here on your thumb and your finger, and you just go around, and this gauges the size of the bow that you want. Okay, so I just want a smaller bow, and I might do a double bow. Let me see if I cut enough. I did. So now I have 2 loops here and 2 loops over here. You don't count the tail, okay? You're going to cross all the way over, and then you're going to take this and go back under here. So this is kind of like my own bow maker is your fingers. Then you're going to pull this up this way, tight, and then you slide it off. And then you have yourself a double bow. So I'm going to do a double bow, and I'm going to put that on here. I'm not sure where yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with my sentiment yet. I don't know if I'm going to put it on the card and then put this here. I might cut this down. So many decisions. So I'm not sure yet. So let's figure out the sentiment first. And then maybe that'll give me an idea. I will pop some kind of flowers on there, but because this is a little more plain, I think I'm going to go with a larger sentiment. So let me put these back so I don't lose them. Isn't this a cute set, you guys? I actually almost didn't see it, and I decided to go look and see what was in the clearance section, because I don't like things to go that I could use in a class or when my granddaughter comes or something. So I just chose this. I really like. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. It's kind of big and it looks like these little things poke out. So we're going to just give that one a try and see what it does. Okay, Steph, talk to you later. Thanks for coming by. All right, so you don't want to squish your ink. You don't want to rub it. You just kind of want to pat it back and forth. The reason you want to go back and forth is if you continue to go in the same spot, your ink is going to be really used up right there. So you just kind of want to make sure your stamp gets a lot of ink. And so you just kind of eyeball, go to the center, press down. You don't want to move around because it will smudge your image. You don't want to rock. Okay, there you go. All right, so I'm going to put my stamp away. Give that just a bit to dry. Our inks do dry fairly quickly. You can emboss with them, but you want to emboss quickly. And that will be another video. You also want to wipe the ink off your hands so it doesn't get all over your image. I think when I close the ink pad. All right, now I'm going to pop my sentiment out, which I could have done ahead of time. And now I'm going to see what these are because I haven't used all of this kit yet, but this looks like they pop out, and they do. So you can pop all those out. And I would be careful because this is the rose gold. You probably want to be careful. I'm going to do it from the back side. I don't have my piercing pad with me right here, so I'm just going to do it like this. Get them all off. That just adds a little more interest to the card. I'm going to have to flick them all off. It's easier to do it with your piercing pad, but I don't have mine right here, so I'm just going to hold it down and pull up. Make sure I get them all off. And that's going to take a little time. I don't want to take all your time doing that. So I'll finish that in a minute. So let's decide what we're going to do with the card. I think if we take this and maybe we do this with the image next to it. Okay, I kind of like that. So again, what I'm going to do is get some turn tape. I'm going to put some on the top and on the bottom. And so I'm going to take this off here and take this off. And see how there's a little bit, just roll it back. It's not a big deal. I want the bow towards the bottom, I think is what we were doing. Yeah. So you're going to put the bow on the top. Just fold it over. Bring the bow down. Fold it over on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do also is I'm going to add a glue dot, which is right here. And I'm going to put that right underneath the bow to hold that down. So now our bow is held down where I want it. I'm going to glue this straight down. So I would go onto the clearance rack if there's anything you need. Beginner stampers You can use the products you have in your stash, of course, scissors, whatever, adhesive. I highly recommend our scissors, our small ones and our larger ones, even for the house. My husband used the larger scissors and said, why are we not having these in our house? And I'm using the cruddy ones, and you've got the good ones in your room. So the scissors are awesome. They even cut my husband's hair during this quarantine time when I needed to cut his hair for him. He said, you can't cut my hair because I need good scissors to do it. And I said, oh, please. I do have good scissors. So that's what we used, and it worked great. Not that I'm selling haircut scissors, but they do work really well. And I'm very picky about my scissors because I want them to cut really nicely and sharp. All right, so I kind of want to get rid of these before I glue it down. And I think I'm going to pop a flower on. So you see this kit just has everything, which I love. While I'm poking these out, I'm going to just switch over here real quick so you can see the items that I recommend, which is the kit and then the ink color and the 2 paper colors that I recommend. And like I said, the Whisper white paper, of course, I recommend that with any project. It's perfect to put on the inside to sign on your sentiment, or if you want to decorate and stamp the inside. And I tend to do that. I like to put a white inside, and I've been really good about trying to stamp images on the inside. And so when you have your stamp with this kit, it's a solid image, and you could do the Melon Mambo ink also and the Night of Navy and create your images. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and that'll be all linked below where you can actually click on it. Right now that was just a picture. This is all cleaned out now. And so I'm going to pop this up. So I'm just going to nestle that right there. And now I'm going to decide if I want a flower also on here. And I might just pop one right there just to add a little bit more. I'm always adding. You'll notice on my cards, I tend to add more. I'm always like, oh, I could just do one more thing. Or I like to also texturize stuff and use embossing folders to add just some more dimension. Or some embellishments or a ribbon or something. All right, I like the leaves pointing upward. Just kind of nestled there. And there we go. All right, so we've made 3 cards. This one we made, this one, and we made this one. So these are the 3 cards we made today. And then here are some other cards that I made prior. This is all from this one kit. And I still have so much stuff left to create cards. I mean, I'm trying to grab it all so I can show you. I still have a bunch of pieces. I still have all of this. And this. So I still have all of this and a ton of pieces to continue making more cards. So you can create, you can give a few pieces to somebody. Here's some of the flowers I stamped with the stamp set. You can do solid image. And then it has the inside, and then it has the dots. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the images. I'll show you a few more I did. So I just created some with just some different colors that are in the set. The green, I did do green leaves on the pictures, on the samples, they have blue. So that's, I kind of started doing some blue just to see what it looked like. And so there are, I love this little leaf right here. But I just wanted to show you, if you don't have a die cut machine, you could fussy cut these out. This is that glimmer paint, this right here that comes with the kit. Okay, so you have all of this and your ribbons, and you have these dot, I'm trying to get these, and they look like a copper bronze. Now this doesn't look as rose gold as the other items do, but it looks like they are like sticky. Oh, that's why. Oh, that looks so much better. I was like, they kind of look odd because they're kind of, but they have a plastic on top. They're like a mirror. Look at this. Let me see if you can see it. It's like a mirror copper kind of a, I guess you could put them in the centers of flowers if you wanted, or I'm just going to add some here. Let's add some on here because this has a lot of that. But look at it, it's got little plastic on the top. Pull that off, and then it's shiny. Oh, that's way better. I was thinking those are kind of dull and weird looking. I don't know what you're going to use them for. I always want to put 3. Odd numbers are the way to go when you're doing a project and you want to put embellishments on, or leaves. It's either odd number. That's why I chose to do 1 over here instead of 2, because it would have been 3, and I think 3 would have been too much. So I'm just going to put that one there. So there you go with the little mirrored type sequin embellishments on there. And they're kind of like a, they're not rubber. I don't know. They're really cool. Actually, now that I know you can take that plastic off, because see how weird that looked? I thought that's kind of weird. But when you pull that off, I really like that. So anyway, there are the cards, you guys. There's so much you can do. Are you going to be doing videos like this weekly? You know, Veronica, I am. I've just been randomly doing them. If you like my page and follow it, you should get a notification that I'm live. I'm also going to start trying to say I'm going to be live at 2 o'clock, or I'm going to try and schedule them. I don't know if it's going to be at a set schedule, but I will definitely be starting to do videos, and they will be saved on my page. I also am posting them a lot onto my blog too, which is marcybessaker.com. So if you subscribe there, you'll definitely get notifications of things I post there too. Also, if you guys go back and look at my unveiling, my sneak peek of my new haul of the new Stampin' Up products, and let me know if there's something in there that you are interested in me creating with, I will definitely do that. I would love to show you products and things that you're interested in, and I will start posting different projects with new stuff. But I'm also trying to do some stuff that's leaving, because I just can't believe, like I said, this leaf punch is leaving, and items are going to start selling out quickly because the new items, as demonstrators, we are able to purchase already. And obviously, if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, you can join and you can put some of the new products into your cart, into your kit. And then you can also get 20% discount on your purchases. So that's something to think about. I'd love to have you as a part of my team. So if that is something you're interested in, please let me know. Again, this is called Everything Rosy. I will post all the links below this video once I get it up, and you will be able to click on it and go take a look at everything a little closer. But the dies, you get additional dies that aren't a part of the stamp set that you can just fill in with the filigree and the border and some really cool things. This is such a cute set. So I just wanted to share it with you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yes, I will be posting more, maybe even another one today. But let me know if there's something you guys are interested in seeing, and I will create with it. I have something in mind right now that I probably will do a video a little bit later. Thanks a lot, you guys, and have a great day.